Hi, and welcome to the set of off-list videos. These videos contain thousands of words. In this introduction, I'll explain what this list is all about, including suggestions on when you should give these words your attention and how to go about studying. If you have never been the district spelling champion before, you may not know what will happen next. Let me chart that out for you. The district champion will represent the district at an area spelling bee and compete against spellers from other schools. The words used in this bee are from the Spell It list. Sometimes the winners are determined just from the Spell It list, and sometimes they go off list. It all depends upon how strong the competition is. The top 3 or 4 spellers from the area bee then compete in the regional spelling bee. Again, this bee starts with the Spell It list, but always ends with off-list words. One champion from the regional spelling bee will advance to the national spelling bee in Washington, D.C. There, only 1 or 2 rounds use the Spell It list. After that, all words are off-list. The strength of the competition at the area bee varies from year to year. You may find that the school district had stronger competition than the area bee. However, you can expect that the competition will be tougher. After all, every speller on stage is a district champion. You should not be intimidated by this, because at that point you will also be a district champion just like them. If you advance to the regional bee, you will be on stage with the champions of champions. The competition will definitely be tough, but you will be one of them, so stay confident and be prepared. Your challenge will be to do your best. Some students in the regional bee will drop out early. They may have been caught short of time to perfect their Spell It list. A handful of students will hang in there round after round after round. At some point, the pronouncer will say something like this: "Obviously, we could go on all night like this and still not have a spelling champion. Therefore, we will take a short recess at this time. When we come back, we will use words that have not been on their study list, and we will determine our champion more quickly." You will then be off list. You and the other spellers will equally not know what words will be used. You might wish you had studied something, but what could you have studied? You can't memorize every word in the dictionary. That would not be a good use of your time. There are too many words. You can't even perfectly memorize all the words I'm giving you on this off-list study. There still are too many. You need a different strategy. Scripps tends to repeat certain words from time to time. They like these words because they are good for spelling bees. All the words on my list have been used more than once and may be used again. Or they may use words that have similar spelling patterns. You can best prepare for off-list words by studying them in an organized groups instead of going in alphabetically through the dictionary. As you use these videos, take note of spelling rules. Pay attention to spelling patterns in organized groups. If words come from the same language of origin, recognize and try to remember things that are unique in spelling within that language. All this will give you the best chance of keeping up with the competition on off-list words. But don't bother memorizing every word. Go through the easy words quickly and move on if you do well. Take notes on where you start making mistakes. Learn from those mistakes and try the same video again in the future to see if you still remember. Repeat the problem areas, but do it more often than areas where you tend not to make mistakes. Do this and you will be fine. Oh, but wait. Just wait. It's very important to know when you should focus on which list and when you can move on to the next one. If you are not ready to go off list yet, then stop. Go back to the list you should be studying. The rule is first things first. Every year you will get 2 new lists of words. They may be called the classroom list and the school list. I usually call them List A and List B. At first, study List A as a spelling list and List B as a vocabulary list. Secondly, in the district championship finals, the lists are reversed. Now study List B as your spelling list and List A as your vocabulary. Third, the Spell It list is available all year long. It is used in the Area B and the Regional B. Study it well, perfectly if you can. Fourth, then and only then should you take time to study off-list words. Get everything else solid first. Let's say the school year has just started and you've gotten the new words. Drop all the other lists and focus on Spelling List A and Vocabulary List B. Remember, first things first. Then second, move on to the Spelling List B and Vocabulary List A. In other words, reverse them. You can start that early if you feel confident with step 1. Otherwise, wait until you are named as one of the spelling finalists and then start studying List B and Vocabulary List A. Third, the best time to start studying the Spell It list is as soon as the spelling bee is over for you. It takes a long time to study all those words, so start a year ahead of time and work at it through the summer so that you know the list well before you get next year's new words. That way you can focus on first things first and only review the Spell It list. If you didn't do that ahead of time, then learn some of the words while preparing for the finals. If you win the district championship, learn as much as you can in the 2 weeks before the Area B and do the best you can. The time to study off list depends upon how well prepared you are with the earlier lists. The Spell It list is always more important than the off list. If you spent the summer becoming strong on the Spell It list and only need to refresh your memory, you are ready to move on to the off list words. If not, spend your time after the spelling bee is over and strengthen your Spell It list and then start on the off list. Summer is always a good time for studying off list words. If you think that describes you, then begin. Start with the easy words, then move on to the medium, and finally the difficult words. So ready, set, go.